What's happening, guys? Martin Martinez back again. So just a very quick video for you, and this is goes to basically how I think a lot of you guys have got the game wrong. Now, I see the comments. I see obviously people comment about fragrances and everything else like that. But for me, asking questions like how many hundreds of fragrances do you have and everything else like that, that's fine. But realistically, what does that achieve? Where does that get you? So, a little story again. When I got into the fragrance stuff when I was doing this particular channel, it was just because I was bored. I had nothing to do at the time. I was unemployed. I was just trying to pass the time, and I was using, just literally, I was just reviewing the fragrances because I was getting so many from Zara. They're relatively cheap. But as I say, guys, as you get to a certain point, I hope at some point you'll come out of this type of matrix of feeling that you need to keep buying things. So one point I'm going to say is that you don't really need to buy an extensive amount of fragrances. And then the question I think you need to say to yourself as well is, what are you trying to buy? Who are you trying to impress? Because there's probably this feeling of this elusive thing that you can't quite put your mind on, you can't quite put your hand on, but for some reason you keep trying to get it. And don't get me wrong, even me, I could smell something and think, wow, that smells fresh. But there's no better feeling than coming out of a sauna and spraying something on. There's no better feeling of coming out of doing a gym workout. We've been doing some type of, I don't know if you do any type of martial arts, anything else like that. You've just been doing jiu-jitsu, whatever you've been doing, and you now have that adrenaline rush. You feel good. Your body has feel like it's been worked. And now you spray your fragrance. That's very different. So I think a lot of people, a lot of guys, and again, you guys leave your comments down below. I know a lot of you guys are buying these fragrances because you want to try and attract some type of woman, or you're trying to impress somebody. If you're going to go to a new job, you may think as well, yeah, I want the fragrance just to try and give that little bit of, I don't know, something different, which is fine. And that makes sense. Because smells are connected to memories, and the thing is we can smell certain things and can remember certain things as well. But one thing I'd say, especially for you guys who are buying fragrances to get girls, you've totally got it wrong. You got it back to front. I think you need to understand that in a way, it doesn't really matter what fragrance you wear. I guarantee Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, for example, he's wearing, even Michael B. Jordan, let's say, for example, don't matter what fragrance they wear. You think people aren't going to comment on their fragrances? But you're buying the fragrance just because some YouTuber told you this is the one to get, this is the one to get. Meanwhile, these YouTubers are making all this money off you, all this money from the ad revenue, and buying these fragrances. Again, yes, okay, we could look at fragrance and it costs maybe £200-300. We think, wow, how are they buying this? But obviously they're making so much money that it's nothing to them. It's all relative. And here's you now working your job. You're working in Asda, and you go and spend your money to go and buy this fragrance thinking that you're going to be the man. It doesn't work that way at all. I bought many a fragrance of what people have said, and I was disappointed. And then on top of that, I think the worst thing to do is to buy the fragrance in the hope that someone's going to give you a compliment. That's one of the worst things you can do. You do not need to buy expensive fragrances. You do not need to buy expensive clothes. If you buy expensive clothes, one thing I'd say for you to try and think about is, me personally, as I get a bit older now, I don't really buy this sort of flamboyant clothes, that whole sort of, Gucci over your clothes and everything else like that. I don't. I've had this top now. This is Ralph Lauren. I've had this for years. I can't remember how long I've had this. At least 5-6 years, easy, and it still lasts me. Some people say Ralph Lauren is probably an older style, but for me, this is classic. It will never die in the sense of when I can wear it and what I can do. So this is me just chilling now. I've done my workout today, and I'm hanging out, and I'm chilling, and I'm wearing this, and I feel comfortable. I know in this top alone, I could still go out. I could go and have a drink in the evening with some people. I could go and play pool, and I'm still looking relatively good to go. And that's what I try and do with my clothes at this moment in time. I'm buying clothes that has a little bit of, multitasking that they can do. And the same, what I say is the same goes for fragrances as well. If you're buying these fragrances which are loud, you want it for the club, okay, that's cool. But don't buy the fragrance trying to think that you're going to meet a woman. You guys, especially, I'm talking to you guys because I know you are. And people have contacted me, asking me, well, what should I get now? I'm going on this date and everything else like that. That's fantastic. But as I say, these YouTubers aren't helping you. They're not doing not doing you any favors. Excuse me. So bear that in mind, guys. Ultimately, I'm going to keep stressing this now because I'm seeing it so much myself. Body game, body game, body game. Focus on your body and also focus on the food that you eat. I just did a video about grooming as well. Basic hygiene, oral hygiene. These things are so important. But the food that you eat also changes the way that you think. And once you start getting into this, trust me, the fragrance you wear it doesn't even make any difference. I could go out without even having a fragrance on, and I've had compliments, and I didn't even realize I didn't have a fragrance on. Put it that way. Or what do you smell like? I don't know, bath soap. But hey, you see the soap I'm rocking? I put that in the other video. You're gonna have a look at another video. You see what I'm talking about? So guys, Body game, body game, body game. Get your food right and try and be active. Try and be out there. If you can do something, again, some type of martial arts or something, you can do something that gets your body moving. Honest to God, you'll be saving yourself so much effort. Half the work is done. So you guys out there that rely on the fragrance, you're not understanding how this thing works. But anyway, guys, leave your comments down below. That's a quick rant from me. Yeah, we'll see if anything comes up in another video. Peace.